Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to cover how we got to this point of this module. So stay tuned and be sure to click the subscribe button, the notification button, and that little bell icon to stay up to date with what's going on with this little module. Thanks for watching. Anyways, you can see I started painting because I'm sick of staring at white. And I kind of wish I had recorded me doing this, but part of me just wants to get this project done because I need it for photography and, trying to utilize this to the best of my ability for my YouTube channel as well. But, so I used this burnt sienna with a little black mixed in, which I like because it gives me little variations. And then, I painted the roadbed this medium gray just to give a undercoat for the ballast and stuff, and it mixed in here there. So but I did notice right out of the bottle it's a little it's too thick, so I have to mix it up, add a bunch of water, thin it down, which definitely this up here, it doesn't have to be perfect, who cares, I'm going to cover 99% of this with ground foam. I'm just trying to get rid of the white. But then the rocks, so I painted those the same gray as this. So I painted the rocks gray, and then I went over with not quite a dry brush, but pretty darn close, of these three colors just to add some variation in there. And then I took the black and I made kind of like a wash, but I don't know if I stirred it up enough, and went over that. And then I dry brushed the white over the rock. I think it came out pretty darn nice. I don't know. It's actually my first time painting rock castings. So I'm happy with them. And then the plan, obviously, hopefully tonight I can finish painting the base here, but the plan would be that this will all just get painted brown, and then I'm trying to decide how deep the river would be because I added some more plaster here, and I think it's going to be a pretty shallow river because I'm imagining the water not going any higher than this rock. So I will cover this with some gravel and grout, because I have some sifted sand from the backyard, and add some pebbles and stuff in here, just to try to get the base in here. And then I need to figure out, obviously pouring water is one of the last recommended steps, and then I want to do static grass on both sides of the track, pretty much all the way down, and then along here and along up where like the house would be, and then maybe like short static grass around the house, like they've attempted to mow their lawn. So I wanted to kind of give an overview of the progress I've made, only because looking back at some of the footage I was gonna share, it was really close and really difficult to see like what was going on. It was a little shaky, and yeah. So welcome to my basement. It's a little damp, not damp, but dark and musty, but still getting a little bit of daylight down here. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to get some closer shots here that were not quite so jittery from the footage I had before. So I, what I used in the riverbed was basically a common, after I painted, basically the steps I took here were I painted the rock molds, and then I came in and painted the ground like a base brown, and then some of these are rocks from my yard, so there's a little bit of this fine gravel and rocks, and then I actually have it right here. It is this, what do we got? It's non-sanded grout, and it's in earth color. I didn't even go out and buy this. I think I had this from my previous house, and so a lot of like this dirt area where like the house will be and where maybe I'll do a drive, was this grout, and it came out really great. And then I soaked the whole thing down in like diluted Mod Podge. Yeah, so again, just wanted to kind of cover to see what I did here. This is like a whole bunch of mixes of various ground turf, or fine turf, and then some like coarse turf mixed in there. Just trying to get a base sort of coating here. I'll either hand touch up down here. There's some like plaster that's still showing, but I was thinking I wasn't overly concerned because I want to add like a bunch of bushes around here. Same with on the other side. It's a little higher up than where maybe the water will be. Water's not going to be very deep here. And then I've seen some recent tutorials on like some bushes and trees using like a sisal fiber and twisted wire. So I might try some of that along here to just try to like fill in like a just overgrowth area. I do want to do what else? I want to do some static grass along here, and I figured this would be a good base for that to kind of go over. And then yeah, again, whatever I decide up here with the building, I think once the building is done, I will be able to better decide with to come in with some plaster and make like a paved road or something. But it was just nice to see it transform so quickly from like white yuck plaster to like scenery. And again, here's the bridge. Still have to do the track will be probably next. Again, it's just like, I don't know why I overcomplicate projects. I've got this right here, this curvable turnout. But it's based, might as well just be hand laid. So it'll be a little more complicated, but I'll try to make the video about doing that in real time while I record it, so that way it's not just like here's what I did, and that way you guys can follow along. I do have some extra rock castings that I think might be kind of cool to do a video on how I painted these. because I was really happy with how they came out. So yeah, this is coming along, but having looked at the footage, I was like this and kind of shaky, kind of hoping that this is at least a little bit better and giving a good overview of what this is starting to look like. All right, thanks.